It's a T. This toilet was having a problem of when you try to flush it, it's really hard for you to flush that handle. And the reason for that is because of this gasket right here. You can see how oversized it is. So I had to take it out to replace it. But at the bottom of this, you can see it looks like a small T. And this is a Kohler 1.6 gallon / 6 liters per flush toilet. And to get this out of the tank, you have to kind of twist it around. So let's look inside here. If you look inside there, there's a small little T. So what you have to do is you align this right in the middle, just where it sits in that T, and you turn it in a way that it locks in place. So most of the videos that I'm seeing is they're telling you to grasp onto this and turn it. But the reason why you're turning is you sit that in that T slot and then turn it and then it locks in. But if you don't know there's a T down there, you're just kind of struggling to see what you try to do. So that T sits in place. You can wiggle it in there like that. Let me see if I can wiggle it in there. There you go, it falls in. And then you just turn it. And that locks it in place. To get it out, if you cannot be able to turn it from in here and you're worried you might break it, just lift that up, go all the way to the bottom and turn it from the bottom. And then it comes straight up if you're worried that you're gonna break it. Now, for what I had done earlier is I did cut the water off and then flushed it so that the tank doesn't fill itself. There's other ways you can do it with the float, and you can tie the float to kind of cut the valve off with that. But if you're not able to do that, just cut off the valve and flush it and leave it that way. Now, I had 2 gaskets here. For some reason, I just found this. I had bought this and lost it, but I had this one. But this one is kind of a little too tight on it. So this is the right size. And you can see the difference between the old one and the new one. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. And it should just slide on here with the ease. And because I already tried the old one, the other smaller one, it was way too high. By the way, I don't know the size for this. But I wish I could give you the exact size for that. But that's the right size for it, because I just bought this. This was a spare from my other toilet that is in the master bedroom. So for some reason, I just found it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put it in place. Again, align the T, like I said. And what I'm doing is I'm going to pull this float out and stick my hand down here and turn it from the bottom, because it's just it makes it easier so that you don't worry about breaking that. I'm gonna replace that, stick this back in the hole at the top, and I'm gonna try to maneuver this. I'm gonna try to put this clip on here, and that's going to be really hard for me to do it while I'm recording. But I'm going to pause this for a minute. I'm not going to pause it. I'm just going to sit my phone down there and clip this little bad boy back on here. Like that. And it's on. And here you go. It's now easy to kind of lift it out. I'm going to cut the water on. Let it come out. Let it come out, and let's see how that goes. And that's how you fix or replace this seal at the bottom of the the toilet. I'm not gonna wait for that long, and there you go. It works.